Good morning, everybody, and happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to call your mom. Wanted to update the blog this morning and thought a video would probably be the easiest way to do this. I'll do a write up as well. Now and then, my dog's going to come out here. I've been trying to shoot this video all morning, and he's going to come out here and get in the video and mess it up, but that's all right. Hey, Skip, come on, move. All right, he's out of the way now. So, anyway, just wanted to talk about what I carry when I go backpacking. I've been promising to do a complete pack tear down and walkthrough of all the gear that I carry on a normal trip, and this is it. So without further ado, on this side, got some shadows. Hopefully y'all can see everything, but I've got my windbreaker, base layer. The base layer top is an old military surplus that I got when I was in the Army that I'm still using. And the bottoms are actually women's leggings, which work amazingly good and are super cheap. You can get fleece ones, you can get midweights, you can get lightweights, and they cost much less than what regular quote unquote base layer stuff costs. The only thing is if you're a dude, they don't have a fly, so that can get aggravating in the middle of the night, but they're warm and they're cheap, so I use them. Below that, I've got some underwear, a pair of Darn Tough socks, my beanie, and that's laying on a spare pair of shorts, just plain running shorts from Walmart or somewhere, lightweight, work great. The orange fanny pack is what I carry all my fly fishing gear in when I'm out there fishing, and spare tippet, spare leader, my flies, my floating, all the stuff that you need, all the tools that you need when you're out fly fishing. Fan pack works great. I can swivel it around to the front, access all my gear. I like it better than a vest or a sling bag. For me, it works awesome. Above that, I've got a Zebralight headlamp. That's a one AA headlamp. Zebralights are awesome. I'm saying that word too much, but they work great. They really bright. Plus, one of the things that I like about them is they have a moonlight mode that is really amazing. When you're in the woods, not very many times do you want a super bright white light, because you turn it on in the middle of the night, it's just going to blind you. These have a really low moonlight that gives you enough of a beam, but not too much, doesn't blind you. And then they're also pretty powerful. They've got different modes, and if you want to turn it up and it be bright, it's got that capability as well. Back to the top is my smart water bottle and Sawyer squeeze filter. Pretty standard stuff. Really enjoy the Sawyer squeeze because it screws right on the top of my water bottle, so when I drink the water that's in there, I fill it up out of the creek, put the filter right on top, and keep right on drinking. Really convenient, really easy. And I do filter my water. Ever since I found the dead skunk in the creek that time, I'm really pretty serious about filtering my water now. So below that, the white folded up thing, is a piece of Tyvek. That's just Tyvek house wrap. I use it on below my hammock to step out on, so you're not stepping out on the leaves and the dirt and getting your feet all dirty and everything, tracking it back into your hammock. It's a great way to keep everything cleaner and a lot more pleasant just to have something to step out on. And it's super light too. The turquoise bag is my stakes that I use to stake the tarp out with. Just Duke's mixture of stakes are in there. I think there's 8 in there, and they're Kelty Nobendium and MSR groundhogs. I've got a couple of both in there, just some stuff that I've accumulated over the years. The long slender thing, of course, fishermen will recognize it. That's my rod sock. It's got my fly rod in it. On this trip, I'm using my Redington Classic Trout 8.5 foot 3-weight. Great rod. Fish is great. Love it. Small stream fishing, it's hard to beat it. All right, back to the top over here, the black bag. That's my hammock. That's a Dutchware Gear 11-foot netless. Fantastic hammock. Most comfortable hammock I've ever slept in, and probably the most comfortable I've ever slept in the woods, period. It is so much better than sleeping on the ground for me. I know other people don't have a problem sleeping on the ground, and that's great, but I prefer the hammock, and it works really good, and I get a really good night's sleep. Below that, I've got my wading gear, which is neoprene socks, a pair of wool socks to go inside the neoprenes, and my wading boots, which those are Corkers. Not too expensive, not top of the line Corkers, but the thing I like about these boots is they fit my feet really well, and they're really comfortable to walk in. A lot of times I'm walking up and down trails and up and down the sides of creeks and everything, and the comfort of the boots is really important. These these are just like hiking boots. I can do anything I can do in these that I can do in my regular shoes. And plus they've got the felt soles to help with traction. Or you can change them out to the studded soles. Or if you really want to save some money, just put ice racing studs in the felt soles that come with them, and it improves your traction, and it's way cheaper than buying the Corkers brand soles. Above that, I've got my pack. It's empty right now except for the garbage bag that I use for a liner. It's a Osprey Exos 58 CI bag. I've got the brain off of it. I just don't need the extra room. Saves a couple ounces, and there's no need to put it on there. The way that this pack is made, it's got a flap that covers up the top portion without the brain. So I just take the brain off and don't use it. Attached to the bottom, you see the blue rolled up mat. That's my backwoods couch. That's what I use to sit on, to lounge around on, to maybe lay on and take a nap during the day if I don't want to get in my hammock, but just something to sit on besides the ground. And I've cut it off. It's less than half the size of a regular, and it's really lightweight, and the comfort is worth the wait to me. The brown piece of fabric there is my tarp. That's a Warbonnet Superfly. Been using that sucker for like 4 years now. Works fantastic. I've been through some unbelievable storms with this. I like the way the doors work on it. I'll post a picture and a link, but it's a really great tarp. Great piece of gear, keeps you dry, and it's fairly lightweight, but the main thing is its durability and its ability to keep you dry. Coming on down to my bedding, this is Enlightened Gear top and bottom quilt. It's a Revelation top quilt. I don't know what. I think they only make one bottom quilt, and so I don't remember the name of it. But the top quilt is a 40 degree, and the bottom quilt is a 30 degree. Both of them are insulated with Apex synthetic insulation. It's a little bulkier, a little heavier than down. It doesn't compress quite as well, but it also is a lot more resistant to getting damp and clumping or anything like that. And I don't know if it's more durable or not, but I kind of think it is. And for day in, day out use, I like the Apex real well. I have some down gear, and when it's really cold, I break it out. But for general use, Apex does a great job. Over on this side, I have my hiking sticks, just a pair of Black Diamond aluminum. They're built like tanks. They're heavy like tanks, but they're really durable. I can put my weight on them. They don't fold up. Work great. Had them for several years. Haven't let me down, so I keep on using them. My cook kit at the top, I've done an article on that. I can link to it. That's got a bottle, small canister of fuel and my stove and a few odds and ends in there along with my pot, and then my coffee cup, just a plastic cheap cup. I bought it at the supermarket, I don't know, but I like to have a cup of coffee in the morning and maybe a nightcap before I go to bed, and that cup makes it a lot handier than drinking out of my bowl or my pot. So I do carry a few extra ounces on that. Then I've got my food. I don't really carry any of the regular freeze-dried hiking food, Mountain House or Backpacker's Pantry or stuff. I love that stuff. It's delicious. It's great food, but it's just too doggone expensive if you go much. I mean, you're talking a lot of those are $9, $10, $12 a meal, and with Knorr pasta sides and tuna packets and tortillas and just different, instant grits and instant oatmeal and some Cliff Bars, you can make some pretty decent meals at a lot cheaper price and that are just about as light. I mean, you take a Knorr pasta side and put a packet of tuna in it, and it's pretty doggone good. It's filling. It's got some calories there, some protein, and it's a pasta side is about $1 at most grocery stores. If you get them on sale, you might even get them cheaper than that. I've got them as low as like 70 something cents per packet, and that's pretty good bang for your buck. Below that, I have my Diddy bag, which has got my personal hygiene, my toothbrush, my first aid kit, a patch kit, needle and thread, just little sundry things that you need when you're in the backcountry. If something rips or if you get a headache or whatever, you need some stuff with you. So I carry that in that little mesh bag, and then below that I have toilet paper. So that's it, guys. Now then, all of this stuff together weighs about 25 pounds as you see it, with the water, with the fuel. That's not base weight, that's total pack out weight, food and everything. So, I know that I could get lighter. I know I carry some luxury stuff like my coffee cup and different little things that I like to carry, but again, it's personal preference, and it's what works for you and what you enjoy and what you like. So anyway, check it out and let me know what you think. And if you've got any suggestions or comments, hit me up.